Hello guys, and welcome to the third episode of our town, Laggington. Famous for, honestly, not even lagging that bad. Honestly, mostly just having issues with anti-aliasing, because all the edges are like super blurry. Then again, I think my recording settings are so shit that the YouTube compression will probably mask that problem. I mean, on that note, I suppose I can understand why this guy is just passing through, not even considering the idea of moving in. I mean, yeah, I suppose, like, yeah, seeing as one of the few open houses is this hellhole of a building. Because, like, presumably there are apartments, like, in the just in the middle. Alright, no, it's sort of built to make sure everyone has at least some window. I guess these guys over here are the most lucky. Maybe one of them can tell me what exactly the idea of this ladder here is. Like, okay, you have a ladder on the outside of your apartment. Fair enough, I guess. But like, why doesn't it go all the way up? Maybe it's like you press a button or something and then it jumps down. So that, like, people can go down but not up. I was gonna start accusing Americans for building confusing shit, but I realized I'm on the EU. I'm on the EU buildings. Actually, I should make like an actual American town or American style area. I wonder what their suburbs look like. Because the sprawl. Well, then again, actually, we have some pretty high demand for like higher densities at this point. So. And of course, a desire for more smokestacks, but I'm sure we'll be fine. Also, this is really annoying. Did I? No. Why? Do I? Okay. Did they just not decide to zone in the middle there? I guess they built their houses before realizing. Oh yeah. Try again. I want I was gonna say, I want efficient land usage in my sprawling suburb. Man, I'm honestly having like decision, not fatigue, but just like paralysis. There's so much you unlock at this level of town. Buses, and you know, maybe I will have to finally give these guys a high school, because I think as we unlock more crap, there's gonna be more need for quote-unquote highly educated people. So some sort of central area with like high density, a high school to educate everyone, just to like turn out some workers that we need. Although I kind of also think I want my highway to split off here, or maybe like continue on straight here and then go over here. But I mean, I guess we do have some progression points. So I could... No. I must unlock large roads. But bro, I just don't want to have to manually build intersections. Is that too much to ask? Well, let's make sure I have all the other things that I really need. I know I want train, because train good. And then I will get the tram, I guess. I know I've gotten a bit derailed here, but hey, unintentional pun. But yeah, it costs too much to get intersections. I will just have to pay the cost, as it were. I do hope unlocking trams also give me tram roads. They are probably over here, actually. Yeah. Double tram track, one-way tram track. Oh, so you don't get... Can be added to existing roads. Oh, neat. I wonder how I make certain areas of the road dedicated to the tram, though. Wow, just looking at the crazy size that these build. I mean, to be fair, this one is very big, the rail yard. But even like just the tram depot is also really big. So I think we're gonna need to unlock some more areas, which we luckily do have. Now, I do want to unlock some shit down here for reasons that will quickly become clear. Although it seems I can get away with not unlocking that many. And the reason, of course, is to begin some experiments with land reclamation. One issue, of course, is that there's literally no way for me to know that the line I'm drawing here is any sort of straight. So this is just gonna have to be improvised and fixed later. Ah yes, the most realistic. Okay, maybe that's a bit low actually. Let's. Oh god, yeah, I'm gonna make this even worse now. Man, it's really good that land reclamation in this game is totally free. Can't even imagine how much this would have cost in Skylines 1. But like, this should work, right? As long as no like tsunamis or something happen. Oh god, that looks so bad. My shitty anti-aliasing on steroids. And now, I don't actually know if this will now start evaporating on its own or if we need to manually drain it. I suppose there's no real reason not to just move our... where is it? There it is. Our water pumping station. Extra pump. Like, we have enough water, right? Presumably. Water train. Oh yeah, more than enough. So now, in theory, if my people just drink enough water, get their hydration on, we should be able to just drink up this large glass of water. Now, hopefully, there's no boat lanes that go through here. Hopefully, this guy will move on or realize that this trying to get over here is a bad idea. Cool, and that leaves us with 6 more map tiles. So, I mean, for one thing, if I even want to connect to the rail, we have to get over here, which would require a bridge, which is annoying. Now this is proper city skylines. Wanting to build a high school, but realizing you need to establish how you want your bus system to work first. Although before you do that, you need to make sure you know how your trams are going to work, basically, so you don't build dumb shit that you later have to change. Although, of course, to do that, you need to know the bigger things like metros and trains, especially. Although, of course, before that, you need to know how your future highway is going to go. And so, yeah. That led me to learning how slope terrain tool worked. It honestly worked way better than I thought. I think I've just never bothered looking it up, and so... like it doesn't tell you that you can like the whole system of like right click, left click, stuff like that. Yeah, I want a sunken highway, but it's kind of a pain in the balls, to be honest, because I mean normally you'd just make a normal highway and then you'd use move it and just select the whole thing and lower it using page up and down, but can't really do that here, can we? So we have to like I don't know how I'm gonna do the terrain right until after I've built the actual road, but if I build the road first, then I can't change the terrain under it. We really live in a skyline. Also, I don't know, man. Whatever cruel paradox dev decided. So you see how they've made this pre-built highway? Yeah, the distance between these two highways doesn't match up with the parallel mode thingy. So you can select between 0.5 and 1 like distance between your highways. I mean, the fact that this feature is even in the game is great, of course, but like the fact that they don't match is so infuriating. So hopefully no one will notice that like this whole little slope thing here. Yeah, this part of the road and this part of the road just straight up don't align, but it seems to be subtle enough to where it's not overly noticeable, especially with all this terrain shenanigans. Copium. No, that's not what I wanted. Fuck. Now this is closer to what I wanted. Oh yes. Line up just like that. That looks fine, I think. I mean, yeah, it looks a bit, well... hard to tell, honestly, if it looks wonky because the little ditch I've made for it looks wonky, or if it's the road itself. But I mean, yeah, better than anything I would have ever made in Cities 1, so... Alright, we got a road, and it looks fine. It is definitely deeper than I would have preferred, but the reason I made it this deep is because I mean, well... yeah. This way, with it being this deep, this was about as shallow as I could make it, while still allowing me to draw roads just straight over without it insisting on creating a little, sort of bump in the road, I suppose. Oh yeah, main problem is these like dirt walls. I mean, you presumably with mods you would be able to do something about this, add some sort of concrete thingy to make it look better. I don't think such a thing exists here though. Best idea I have is to add you know, the same thing you can do to create like water fronts. So we could do that, but that would require me to have like a road along the entire way, which I don't know. I could try and soften it. I have done some softening of the edge, but I mean, I guess, well, I don't know what it would look like compared. Yeah, no, it didn't seem to have much of an effect. Because yeah, the only way to have like super consistent edges, I suppose, would be to to heighten the terrain right up next to it. Shake that roundabout, shake that roundabout. Memes aside, I will indeed upgrade this road on the assumption that this is gonna be a pretty big... Well, is it actually gonna be a big road? This is literally just suburban shithole with... I mean, it's mainly because I presume I would want some tram tracks here. See, like, I want a 4-lane road, but I don't fucking want a... I don't want the road itself to be any wider. I can go up to 3 lanes, but the game really does not want to squeeze that up to 4, which I think is unreasonable. Like, if they have room to have 2 lanes and 2 parking, like, slots on the side, if you will, then in what universe? Like, surely that also means that you can fit 4 lanes in total. Sure, they might not be the massive ass lanes that Americans would want, but like, we're European theme, right? Alright, after an embarrassing amount of time thinking, I think I'm just going to leave this road as it is right now, and then I'll decide on what exact roads that get upgraded to 3 lanes once I know more about where I want my buses. I definitely want this road to be 4-lane though, as there's going to be an on and off ramp here. So we'll begin with the upgrade. Oh yeah. Alright, I want to complain a bit again. Like, why? Why is the bridge not the same width as the road? Why? Why must you do this? This serves no purpose. Also, here's another bloody... Like, so they added... You can see how many meters this road is, yeah? They tell you that. But if you're like, oh, I want to know how long it is between this node and, like, this intersection and this intersection. Or not intersection, but, you know, the transition from bridge to road, yeah? I want to know that. So I draw it over and have a look, and it's like, nope. Oh, shit, okay. Now, yeah, okay. It only... I suppose it only tells you if it's invalid, but, like... Why not? Surely now is the time where it would be useful for it to tell me how long it is. The reason I would want to measure shit, of course, is because I want roundabouts on both sides here. I think I am... I think this is close enough. You know, you can... Yeah. I would bother explaining exactly how this road helped me measure distances, but... Because I'm not even really sure it... Oh. Right. Now I just learned a new thing about how roundabouts work in this. Like, the fact that they will add these little concrete walls whenever you try and create terrain-challenged roads is nice and all, but it sometimes also isn't nice. I like how I put so much effort to try to distance these roundabouts, like, somewhat equally, but... Just attaching a road to the roundabout just makes it have a stroke, and so, fuck it. Doesn't seem to matter. Man, this is... yeah. This sure is something I've made. Oh, it is not worth it considering how much time I've spent on this garbage. I don't know. Maybe I'll change it. More likely though, this is one of those times where, you know, I just can't be arsed anymore. And so I say, oh, I'll change it when I obviously won't. You know what? I think maybe the fact that I didn't unlock pre-made intersection might have been a blessing in disguise, because while this took an obscene amount of time, the fact that you can make shit like this, you know, relatively, like, without any mods, I guess, that is just nice. So, yeah. That's honestly thumbnail worthy, I think. Now let's actually unlock the train. I'm not gonna actually build any train infrastructure. Having a quick... I mean, you know, it's just so big. Like, I just don't think it's really within our means to settle it down. But I do want to put a basic train track down, just so that I know where it's gonna be for the future. Building this is gonna be harder than I thought. Like, I don't know what it wants. Okay, so it says it complains about overlapping items. Like, how fucking tall is this bridge gonna need to be? Alright. So, thank you to Anton Z on YouTube, because of course there is, or honestly, that's not an of course. I'm honestly kind of surprised that there existed a tutorial on YouTube. So basically, yeah, you need a very tall bridge in order to be able to pass over a shipping lane. But the game just doesn't allow you to go any taller than 50 meters. And so the trick, quote unquote, is to build up land underneath it, and then you're allowed to get tall enough, I suppose. And then, well, I will admit to not having actually finished watching the video, but I assume overlapping items. Yeah, well, you're supposed to like connect them, you smartass. Alright, I think this is nice. So yeah, the bridge is fucked, but you know, that's just mechanically impossible to do something about right now. Be able to, yeah, snuck the rails under the highway here, and then I'm thinking the rail yard will at some point exist in this area, and then I can perhaps like create a second outside connection, like the rail can like go over here, for example. I mean, yeah, this, well, I mean, okay, well, I don't know where the rail would quote unquote go out here, but actually, yeah, oh shit, I didn't actually realize that this entire place is in the middle of the ocean. Well, you can't really see what happens. I mean, you know, maybe canonically there are cities out here as well that we are connecting to. Who knows? But yeah. Yeah, not sure if this is the best way to create underpasses. The fact that this is even allowed is interesting. Like, oh, I dare say this is better. So yeah, I got that down. So then the next thing I wanted is a high school. Now I thought I wanted the high school to be built in a way where it will also allow me to build a big sports stadium that you can attach to it, but I think I'll save that for some other place. We have unlocked other parks and recreational areas, so... Oof, I would place it here, but that would create sinful terrain, so I'll... thinking somewhere out here, maybe? It's kind of... Oh man, I wish there was a way you could like go into some sort of like planning mode, maybe? Because this is a lot of money, 300 coin? 300,000? Like, I wish I could like set it down and then like, so that I could see how exactly things turn out, and then like click the, okay, actually build it now. I mean, I suppose this game doesn't have, you don't really have that many issues with money, but you know, doesn't sound like a very difficult feature to implement, as long as, you know, they implement it in a way where it's like, you know, voluntary. Now, just gotta be sure. Yeah, I think. What do I think? I think I can't think of anything better, so this will do. Now, yeah, so well, now I'm gonna go back to thinking again. Like, I do wonder if people can actually walk from here to here, for example. Like, if I were to put down a path here. The game finishes auto-saving, thank you. Yeah, because it does like snap to it. It seems to be one of those things where if you just don't... Oh no, it doesn't want to snap to it. Yeah, it actually really dislikes that, it seems. That's weird though. Like the walking path does snap to this area, but it doesn't like. But it just does not like that. Actually, yeah, this is better. This is a good solution to get the road over here as well. I mean, honestly, maybe this should just be an alley at this point. Well, nah. Yeah, you can see how adding this sports arena is just not viable. But we can add the school library and extension wings at some point if we want to. But those are not cheap, and my budget was like close there for a second to becoming good, so... this is nice. Okay, school done. What was the next on the thing? Right, public transport. I already moved the firehouse twice in order to get this roundabout positioned in the way I need. I need to move the police station as well. I wonder if that would sort of fit in here. I mean, yeah, I mean that would mean I would need to move the bloody firehouse again, but... Alright, school built, police and fire station moved, this whole area made, so we're going to be able to put some higher density crap here. I'll put farms here once I unlock vegetables, or maybe I'll say, I don't actually know if I'll do this immediately. Because it doesn't seem like you can just change the farms to just do something else. Yeah, produces grain. Maybe that will change when I actually unlock something else, but it's time for the next step, and that is public transport. And the glorious idea I have come up with is we're gonna have a separate tram road going through here. Now, I do not know if tram tracks function as that is indeed a bridge they just built. Yeah, no, that's not really what I was going for there. I suppose they don't like you overlapping. Oh yeah, they don't like you overlapping paths like that. That's fine. Because we should be able to squeeze it through here, just like that. Now, what I was trying to say is I don't know if walking paths, I mean, okay, they do link to these things, but I don't know if these also function as walking paths. I'm pretty sure they did in City Skylines 1. So, yeah. I mean, they do link to them anyway, so shit, now I wonder actually. Suddenly I need to, yeah, because I don't actually know if I can build tram stops on here. I should probably get an extra... yeah, oh, okay. More fucking buildings I need to make. Yeah, I should figure out a place to put this before I... build a huge tram network only to realize it won't work. Yes. It does indeed seem like people can walk on these tram... I mean, I wouldn't have been able to put tram stops here if that wasn't the case, right? Big question is, when are they not allowed to cross? There is this weird thing going on right here for some reason, where they seemingly are allowed to cross. I really do not know what makes this place special, though. Like, I didn't... Or did I add a place, or like a crossing? Just, yeah, it does want to let me manually add them. Yeah, no, I have no idea why it's like that. Because obviously it would be much nicer if the crossing was right here so people could just go up, and then stand there rather than having to go all the way over here and then cross and then move, right? Well, I still don't fully understand it. I'll do some more experimenting. One thing I see though is how like I built this little loop here on the assumption that in order to quote unquote complete the tram circlet that I've made here, they would have to do a little loop-de-loop to go around if I don't make, you know, just a literal circle. But it seems they're able to just come here and then just turn around. Moving both ways. Magical stuff, honestly. game just crashing like that, though. That is not magical. Alright, though, as the glorious restaurant of Fatty Bite is burning down, I think we're gonna burn down the episode. No, that didn't work. We're gonna end the episode, though. Sorry if this is a bit sudden. I did originally record an outro, but I don't remember what I said in that, because I only noticed that the footage of me saying goodbye and all that, I don't know what happened to it, but it's not in my files, so, yeah. Fatty Bite is burning. Pretty sure there is a forest fire. Oh yeah, there's a forest fire that just started over here. This might have had something to do with the crash. The fact that the game crashed might also be part of the reason why my recording got scuffed. I don't know. So yeah. My city is burning down. The forest over there is burning down. My outside connection is currently threatened to be torn apart by this randomized tornado. I didn't even get like a pop-up about that. It was just like, oh no, forest fire on the other side of the map. And then I just, turned the camera around and noticed, oh, okay. And then there's also this thing, so. Good times. Yeah. Thanks so much for watching this episode, and until next time, bye.